everyone. Thanks for tuning Blaque in once again to the QueenAShakur TV show. I'm your host, QueenAShakur. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and like and share the video. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur. You can also follow the QueenAShakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. So now listen to this. 7 kids sent to hospital after sleeping pill overdose at a Virginia home. This is what happened. Now they say 7 children, including an infant and 3 toddlers, overdosed on sleeping pills that were handed out by a 7-year-old at a Virginia home on Wednesday night. Now, when police responded to the residents in the city of Hopewell at around 5:30 p.m., 4 children, ages 1, 2, 3, and 4, were found to be unresponsive. Now, 3 other youngsters under the age of 8 had also consumed pills, but they were awake, according to the reports. So they say the 7 children overdosed, and they were in the home, obviously unattended. Now, all 7 kids were taken to a hospital, and the 2 youngest victims were transferred to another medical facility in much more serious condition. Investigators told the outlet that the drugs were distributed by a 7-year-old who was left alone with the children without adult supervision after the person who was in charge left the house to go to the corner store. The investigation is ongoing. Very sad and very unfortunate indeed. But here's the thing. Some people think that you can leave children alone for a few minutes. It only takes a few seconds for children to absolutely get involved in something, engage in something, or do something that can cost them their lives. You should never, under any circumstance, leave children who are, younger than the age of being able to stay home by themselves. You should never leave them alone even for a second. And especially you don't leave a child with numerous other children. I mean, they don't know how to babysit themselves, let alone other children. So I'm going to share my screen and show this video. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thank you in advance.
And Candace, we're told the adults at that home tell police they were just making a quick trip to the corner store. When they returned, they found 4 children unresponsive inside that apartment home and an empty pill bottle nearby. Hopewell police rope off this house on South 16th Ave. An overdose investigation underway. 4 children, ages 1, 2, 3, and 4, found unresponsive. 3 other children, 2 age 6 and another age 7, found showing signs of sleepiness.
They were left unsupervised for a short period of time, and one of the kids that has a prescription medication got into his prescription medication and shared it with the other children here.
Investigators believe the 7-year-old child gave the children his sleeping pills. They say the pill bottle did not have a label on it, but after questioning the 7-year-old and consulting with doctors at John Randolph Medical Center, they were able to determine that sleeping pills are the focal point.
I don't know the details of their treatment, but it sounds like some of them are being transported to other hospitals for further treatment.
I'm sorry. It's very emotional.
Holding back tears, Melissa Baldwin says what played out next door to her mother's house is difficult to comprehend.
As soon as we pulled around the corner, all I could see was police everywhere, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And, we didn't see them taking anybody in the ambulances or anything. We missed that part, fortunately, but a close neighbor that lives on the corner basically was telling us how even the police officers were helping, bringing out the children and running them to the ambulances and such.
Hopewell police are in the early stages of what could be a complicated and lengthy investigation. There are 2 things they hope to accomplish sooner rather than later.
Find out who we can hold accountable and basically get these kids in a safe environment. That's our number 1 goal.
And I'm told Child Protective Services are involved. Crime Insider sources tell me there were less than desirable living conditions inside that Hopewell apartment home. Hopewell PD did execute a search warrant. We hope to find out more details about what they found sometime tomorrow morning.
And pay attention. The police said that they found the children to be living in less than desirable living conditions. So the house was clearly filthy. Clearly filthy. And how many of these stories have I reported on lately? Also said that happened in Virginia. Now, if you may recall, just a few days ago, I didn't report on this, but you may have seen the story a few days ago where they said fentanyl released through air vents in child detention center injures 7. So multiple individuals, including children, were hospitalized when fentanyl was released into the ventilation system at a juvenile detention center. Now, this happened in Ohio. The incident occurred at the Northwest Ohio Juvenile Detention Training and Rehabilitation Center and Stryker, Ohio, at around 8:30 p.m. Members of the nearby Williams County Sheriff's Department, the Stryker Police Department, and Bryan Fire Department all responded to the center, reporting that multiple juveniles were passing out for unknown reasons, according to Sheriff Jeff Lehman. Upon inspecting the facility, authorities discovered the fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid, and it had been released into air vents, according to the local station WTOL. 7 individuals at the facility were hospitalized, 4 juvenile residents and 3 staff members. And as of Monday morning, the conditions of the victims were unknown. They say the rest of the juvenile residents at the Ohio facility were temporarily transferred to a nearby adult facility while the investigation continues. Now, Lehman said that they will remain there, separated from the adult population, until different arrangements can be made for them. And so they say that Newsweek has reached out to the Williams County Sheriff Department for a comment or update on the story. Fentanyl, like other opioids, is a drug that is designed to alleviate pain without causing the user to lose consciousness. Amid the ongoing trend of opioid addictions in the U.S., fentanyl in particular has gained nationwide attention due to its considerable strength, being roughly 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more stronger than heroin. Synthetic opioids account for the majority of drug overdoses in the U.S., with nearly 92,000 users dying in 2020 alone. The proliferation of fentanyl specifically grew considerably in the last decade, with the drug constituting 59% of all opioid overdoses in 2017, and that was compared with just 14% in 2010. They say last month, data collected from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention by the group Families Against Fentanyl found that the drug overdoses amongst teenagers had tripled in the last 2 years, according to a report from Bloomberg. Now, the report did, however, have incomplete data for 2021 during a lag inherent in data collection. And in January, police in Hartford, Connecticut found 100 bags of the drug in the room of a 13-year-old boy who died of an overdose on January the 13th while attending the Sports and Medical Sciences Academy. Now, you all remember I told you all that story. Now, around 40 small bags of the powdered fentanyl were found by police in the gymnasium and various classrooms. Yeah, that's what happened. He had the stuff at school, and then when they went to his home, they found like 100 bags of it. Now, 2 other students at the academy were found to have been exposed to the substance, but were eventually released from the hospital. Also saying, honey, but this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Now, let me share my screen for a second. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time I go live.
It takes as little as 4 or 5 grains that are about the size of a grain of salt to kill somebody. It doesn't take much, and something just as simply as brushing something off your clothing, off somebody's clothing, touching up against something can be absorbed through the skin or through the air.
So, like he said, it takes just a few grains of it. Just about 3 grains can kill you. And even you can get contact or get affected from it from just brushing off of your clothes. It's very dangerous, okay? 50 times, I believe they said, more potent than heroin. That's real crazy. 100 times more potent than morphine. and morphine is a powerful drug. Okay, so anyway, that's all very dangerous, and so that's why you should absolutely never, under any circumstances, leave children unattended to and leave them by themselves. I've also reported to you all in the last month about 2 cases where children, one was an infant, I believe 6 months old, and then there was a 4-year-old child, who both were found to have ingested these drugs because they were left unattended. I don't know when people are going to learn. You cannot leave young children alone by themselves, not even for a few minutes, because these things can happen in seconds. All it takes is for you to just turn your head. Okay, so they have to be paid very close attention to. Anyway, with that all being said, thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share. Drop a comment below if you have any thoughts. And at the end of the day, I hope to see you all in the next live. Peace.